Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite Walt Disney World restaurants. Now I'm super excited about this because food is probably like my #1 favorite reason to go to Disney World. Okay, no, that's not true because there's a lot of things, but food and restaurants are seriously one of the highlights of going. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite restaurants and I'm super excited about this. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with number 5. My number 5 favorite Disney restaurant is Olivia's Cafe at Old Key West. Now this restaurant is super special to me because me and my husband, we went on our anniversary trip a couple years ago and we stayed at the Old Key West at Disney, and we ate at Olivia's there, and I seriously fell in love with that restaurant. I think one, because it's such a quaint, cozy kind of place, so it's not hard to get reservations there. It's never super crowded. Sorry if you can hear a air vent coming on at our apartment. Anyway, it's never crowded, and it's just so homey. I don't know how else to describe it, and the food is amazing, especially their breakfast. We went there a couple times and I just completely fell in love with it. So highly recommend Olivia's. It is one of my all-time favorites, and it is kind of out of the way. If you're at the parks, you kind of have to take, that long route to get to Old Key West. But in my opinion, it's so worth it. And you can take a boat from Old Key West to Disney Springs. So if you're already at Disney Springs, that might be a good idea to hop on a boat and you can go to Olivia's for, lunch or breakfast, whatever. And it's, super convenient from there. So that's another option, but I absolutely love Olivia's. Okay, number 4 is Be Our Guest at Magic Kingdom. And this is in New Fantasyland, and dinner is probably the hardest restaurant to get a reservation for. So you definitely have to be ready to go at the 180-day mark when you're making your reservations here. But breakfast and lunch are quick service still, and then dinner is table service. And I believe this year they are gonna make it 2 table service credits. So that's kind of a bummer, honestly, but it's still so good. The food is great. It's like American French cuisine, and their cupcakes are to die for. And it kind of when you walk into, it's the whole setting is in the Beast Castle for Beauty and the Beast. And you walk in and I feel like I've been transported back into my childhood of watching Beauty and the Beast. You're walking down this hallway where the men in their armor suits are all lined up, and from that one scene in the movie. And then you walk in to the ballroom, and there's the little room where it has the enchanted rose and the library kind of a setting. And so there's all these different sections that you can sit in, and it is just the coolest place to go have a meal. You do have to make reservations for breakfast and lunch. Those I would say are a little easier to come by, more so than dinner. So I would definitely recommend checking out breakfast or lunch if you can't get reservations for dinner. So it's still absolutely amazing. I love Be Our Guest. Okay, so my number 3 restaurant is Ohana, and this is at the Polynesian, and I can't even tell you how much I love eating at Ohana. It has become a staple kind of a place. I can't go to Disney now without eating at Ohana. It is a whole experience of its own. Again, it's kind of hard to get reservations here, so another restaurant where you have to make your reservation right at 180 days out, but it's so worth it. It's the all you care to eat kind of a buffet style where the server brings you your meal. So you start out and you get the appetizer, and then they bring out your entree and your main dish, and it's all these different meats and sides, and you can seriously ask for more of whatever you want. So we love this place. It's so fun. It's right on the lake, of course, at Polynesian, so if you get at the right time, you can see the fireworks, and I wouldn't say it's the best view of the fireworks, but it's still a view. And they pipe in the music at dinner, and so it's really fun. It's a fun way to see the castle and the fireworks at night. And then for breakfast is a lot of fun too. It's a character meal with Lilo and Stitch. So my family's done the breakfast and dinner, and I love going for both. I would probably say dinner over breakfast just because I think the food is better at dinner. But if you like the character interaction and like the whole experience, definitely go for breakfast. It's so much fun. Okay, so my number 2 restaurant is the Whispering Canyon Cafe at the Wilderness Lodge. And this is another restaurant that has sentimental value for me because when I grew up in Orlando, our family would go to Whispering Canyon Cafe like after church for lunch. We would go there on Friday night dinners. Like, we would go there all the time. We seriously, I don't think we ever tried another restaurant at Disney. We only went to the Whispering Canyon Cafe. So it brings back all these memories when I step in there, and it's so fun, especially if you bring kids. They have these little like Lincoln log stations while you're waiting, and you know, they have a little like horse race around the restaurant while you're eating. Those are like my memories, of course. Obviously, I'm not like building Lincoln logs and racing horses now, but it was so fun when I was little. But it's another, just kind of like Ohana, another all you care to eat kind of a restaurant. They have a regular menu, but if you order the all you care to eat option, then they just bring out this one big dish and you can just ask for more of whatever you want. So it's like barbecue and mashed potatoes and corn on the cob and brisket, and it's just so good. I would say I've eaten a few different places at like Animal Kingdom where they serve barbecue, but still Whispering Canyon Cafe wins the day for barbecue every time. So it's definitely one of my favorites. I kind of went back and forth between my number 1 and number 2 between Whispering Canyon Cafe because I love it so much, but I think my number 1 beat it out by just a little bit. So my number 1 is the California Grill. And this is at the very top of the Contemporary Resort. And this is the type of restaurant where it is a whole experience. I mean, yes, the food is phenomenal, but you take this private elevator up to the top of the Contemporary, you get seated, and the whole restaurant is made of it has like glass windows all the way across, so you can see out over the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, Magic Kingdom, and we love making our reservations right like an hour before the fireworks start. That way we can watch the fireworks from our table. And for some reason, if you get seated like towards the back of the restaurant, they have these like walkway things outside where you can actually go out and stand, and it is the most amazing view of the fireworks. It is so much fun. It just brings you into like, I feel like when I step into the California Grill, I'm like, yes, I'm at Disney. Like, oh, I'm home, like here I am. That's the kind of feeling you get when you walk into the California Grill. It is 2 table service credits, so it's a little on the pricey side, but again, it's so worth it. It's one of those where planning our trip this year, I'm like saving my Christmas money from back in December so we can go eat at the California Grill, because that's how good it is, and it's so worth the price tag of what's on the menu just for the whole experience. So they let you get up and leave your table, and you can go outside and watch the fireworks. And then, you know, they have everything, like your table's still good to go when you come back. But it's amazing. If you can get reservations for right before the fireworks, that's the way to go. Again, kind of challenging to get reservations there, but if you can, you know, definitely try it out, because California Grill is my all-time favorite Disney restaurant. It is a phenomenal experience, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. Okay, so those are my top 5 favorite Disney World restaurants. I'd love to follow this up with like my favorite like quick service restaurants, so be on the lookout for that, because I think that would be another really fun Disney video to film. But I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite Disney restaurants are. I would love to hear what those are. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.